Over the course of our adult lives, there were several big picture decisions that my wife and I made that were important for me being able to retire early. The first is that we invested in our own education. We both have college degrees and graduate school degrees and went into careers where those degrees were useful. I'm not saying everybody needs to do that. Vocational training or starting your own business could be great ways to generate income. But the reality is generating income is important. Second, I would say our choice of housing was critical. We bought essentially the cheapest house on the block that got us into a great neighborhood where our kids could go to public schools, and they went to public schools all the way through high school. And then because we're in California, they went to good public universities as well. I'm not saying everybody can afford to live in an affluent part of California. I get that that's not realistic, but there are lots of great areas where public education can be taken advantage of, and you don't need to buy a huge house to get into those neighborhoods. Third, I would say we invested and saved throughout our adult lives. We didn't do anything crazy. We weren't fire movement people who saved 50 or 70% of our income, nothing like that. But we did save consistently and significantly over decades. Fourth, I would say we moderated lifestyle inflation. Although we enjoyed nice things and went on nice vacations and have expensive hobbies from time to time, we didn't spend extravagantly, and we were conscious about not letting things get away from us where we were spending way too much all the time. Lastly, I would say it was really important that we became debt-free. This was, again, not something where we put a ton of thought into it. We did always try to keep debt to a minimum, but essentially more than 15 years ago, we refinanced our home into a 15-year loan, and then 15 years later, lo and behold, it was paid off. So that was critical also to us being in a position where I could retire early. I'll put in one bonus issue that I didn't mention yet, which is, of course, that my wife is still working. I do think we could be fine financially if she wasn't, and we plan for her to retire in the not too distant future. But it certainly makes it easier right now that I am retired early and my wife has elected to work for a bit longer. So there you have it. Those are the big picture things in our lives that have made it possible for me to retire early. And I hope that's helpful to you.